We are now pulling into the harbor at Cork. This is an unusual docking. We have one tug at the front of the ship and one tug at the back, and they seem to be, I think they are helping us turn around. It's a very narrow channel, so maybe they're just making sure that we stay within the safe bounds. These little tugs have helped us turn completely around in this channel, so we're now facing the other side, just so we can pull out easily when we leave tonight.
Come to Waterford, which was up until this year the home of Waterford Irish Crystal. Yellow, you can see the yellow behind the trees. That is Páirc Cobh, and that is the stadium, the main Cork stadium for Gaelic football and hurling. Before that time, the city was very much on our right hand side, and the last remaining pieces on our right hand side. So that is where the original monastic settlement existed, and it was a centre, a monastic settlement, a centre of learning, and it was the start of the city of Cork in the year 607. They're the process of turning it into apartments, but when it was originally built, it was called Our Lady's Hospital, and it was, I guess, the 19th century equivalent of a psychiatric hospital.
Immaculate Conception Church in Blarney, Ireland. And this is Blarney Castle.
Silver sculpture like the one we saw, and they're wearing jerseys they're wearing are they represent the Cork County colours and the Cork County football team or hurling team. Do not be alarmed, it doesn't mean that there's a military coup underway or anything like Ireland. This brewery, known as Our Lady's Well, was originally 1984, and since then it has still been brewing Irish Murphy's Irish Stout. It's just owned by a different company. School they're from as well. So I suppose there's less scope for misbehaviour when you're in school uniform, because you can be reported back to the school. Here on McCartan Street we have two Victorian buildings on our left and on our right, both hotels. Isaac's Hotel on the left, and here in Cork. We actually had a very difficult War of Independence here in Cork. The War of Independence, you could say, started with which was a type of guerrilla war. Thomas McCurtain was executed by British soldiers here in Cork outside his home. Terence McSweeney was arrested, sent to Brixton prison in England, and he died after 91 days on hunger strike. So it was, and the Cork city was also burned. The city centre was burned by British troops in November 1920. So a very difficult time. There's a model here on our left-hand side of someone in Cork colours as well, the red and white of Cork, and there have the flags up. May win because they've been looking pretty good this summer. So fingers are crossed all over County Cork for the next 2 weeks. Hoping that County Cork will win the All-Ireland Football Championship. The name Sheraton won't be used anymore, where the restoration, I hasten to add, has been done. The castle on the left will have to be worked on, but there, honestly, that house, that round tower on the left, the work has been done.
And we're now leaving County Cork. And just for reference, this is Navy Base. Over here, these grey buildings, and there looks like there might be at least one ship, maybe more, back behind the white building. Cobh, Ireland, Cork Harbour.